Welcome back. Now, I said yesterday that we were going to make some chicken fried steaks for the birthday. But him went to bed and went to sleep and didn't get back up again. So we're going to make them tonight. These have marinated since last night, so they ought to be really good. So let me kind of show you where we are. Let's hope it stays here. All right. I have my cube steaks that I season with garlic powder, celery salt, poultry seasoning, and the steak blend by Kinder. Put a bunch of buttermilk in here. Let all that go. It soaked up all the buttermilk. That can't be a bad thing. So now we're getting ready to coat these out. So we've got about 1.5 cups of flour. And we're going to put the same seasonings in. How much? Tell you people tell you to quit. I mean, that part you just got to do yourself. Poultry seasoning. Throw some of that in there. Because you want the flour to be seasoned as well, not just the meat. Every part of it needs to be seasoned. Nobody likes single seasoned food, right? All right. I went a little easy on the celery salt because it's salt, and then hang on. Okay, there we go. That should be good. That had a lot of pepper in it, so I didn't add any other pepper. See, there you go. We're just going to do that. And then basically what you're going to do, because I don't like the mess, is we're just going to move this over to this, and that's how we're going to flour it. Let me go grab some tongs. Because again, I don't like to make my fingers real messy. Now I just threw all my seasonings in here and then rolled everything about. I would have thought it would have been wetter than that, but I've never marinated it that long, to be honest with you, with the buttermilk. It just tenderizes it and gives it a nice little flavor. I think I'm gonna do those 2 at a time. Close it up, right? And then just roll it around, guys. Roll it around. Now, I'm not ready to fry these yet because my taters aren't done. These fry up pretty quick. I think part of the reason people mess these up is they cook them way too dang long and they turn them super tough. This needs to be on kind of a medium-high heat. We're going to cook this real quick. It's not like chicken, right? So you don't have to murder the thing completely to death. So we want some really hot oil, and we're basically just going to brown it on one side, flip it over, brown it on the other, put that out on a towel, and then we're going to make some gravy. There you go. So, come on back here in just a few minutes when we get ready to actually fry them up, because again, my taters aren't even nowhere near being done, and if I fry these right now, this crap's going to be cold by the time my taters are done. Everything's supposed to be hot all at once. So timing is key. Come back. All right, now you want to make sure your oil is hot enough. It needs to bubble if you put some flour in there. See how that does? Because if this isn't hot enough and you put your food in here, it's not going to fry it. It's going to soak up all the grease first. Okay? So make sure it's hot enough. Test it. And then here's what our pieces look like. They've been sitting in that flour all this time, which has been, I don't know, probably about 35, 40 minutes, somewhere around there. So they got a nice little crust on them, which is going to be good because, that's what we need to make it crunchy. Now this is meant to go fast. So we're going to turn that heat up just a little bit. And then don't throw away this flour, y'all, because we're going to make gravy with that. Yeah, don't throw it away. That way your gravy tastes the same. All right, come back in a minute. All right, these should be time to flip. That's pretty and brown. Look at that. not quite ready. We're going to turn it that way, though. Now, I basically have this up on high right now because I need this to go fast. All right. This one should be done. And it is. Drain that off. Same with that one. We're going to flip this one just for a minute. Then we're going to drain off a bit of this grease because we don't need that much so that we can make some gravy. All right, we're going to leave about that much. We're going to pour in the flour that we had used quickly. Cook it off just a little bit. Now, we really shouldn't need to add any more seasoning to this because that flour was well seasoned. Cook it off for a minute so that it doesn't taste like flour. Okay. And then we're going to add some milk and water. I say water because I use condensed milk. Or evaporated milk, my bad. Not condensed, evaporated. Don't put condensed in this, that would be gross. Alright. We're going to get that down, get that rolling. Once it comes to a boil, that's as thick as it's going to get. So be careful about how much water you add. You can always add more. It's real hard to take it out. All right, babies. Now here's my plate. Got me a little bit of corn. Got me some mashed potatoes. It's got a little bit of sweet potato in it. That's the reason it looks that color. We've got our chicken fried steak. And then we've got our gravy. So we're going to try this out. Now I can already tell you this is going to be hot as hell. Because, yeah, y'all see that, right? Now look it. If you can't cut your chicken fried steak with a butter knife, you didn't do it right. Okay? So I'm going to take me a little piece right here. Easy peasy. It's nice and soft. That's the way it's supposed to be. Now you got a crunchy outside, but the inside should be kind of soft. Buttermilk will help with that too. But look, if you overcook it, that's why people gripe about pork chops. Because y'all overcook them pork chops. You cook them way too long. You dry them out and then, well, they're like shoe leather. Now I'm going to try to keep my head up out of here so we keep the light out. Ooh, I'm going to burn my mouth. From my kitchen to yours. Cheers. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Did I try that gravy before I served it to my prince? Yes. You gotta make sure it's okay before you serve it to your people. This was my mashed potato with a little bit of sweet potatoes. Why? Because I only had 3 tiny little taters. That has butter, salt, pepper, little tiny bit of sour cream. I don't use butter or milk in my potatoes. I use sour cream. That's pretty good. We had us a bag of frozen corn. We just put some butter in it. Because that's all you need. Now look at, you ain't got to be from the South to make this kind of dinner. You don't. You saw how easy it was. A little bit of seasoning. Got your cube steak, some flour, a little bit of buttermilk, some oil, right? Do your thing. And then it's deliciousness in your mouth hole. Y'all know the deal. You want to know more? Comment down below.